Hello, this is Astronaut G117 here with another Minecraft video. This is another piston video, but it's different from the first because this piston video shows you how pistons can help you make minecart contraptions, things like stations, dispensers, all that fun stuff. So let's go into my world and see what I've built. Again, this is not vanilla. I used the too many items mod to help me build this. Let me sleep before I show you guys what I've built. Okay, so first here, this is another not so hidden entrance, but something that opens automatically for you. So let me demonstrate it to you and then I'll show you how it works. As you approach this wall, it opens up and then closes again behind you. Back here could be all covered with tunneling so that none of the wiring or anything's actually showing. But let me show that to you again from a third person point of view. So what happens is the minecart goes across the pressure plate, the entrance opens for it, and then closes again. I'll show it to you from the back now. So as you can see here, there are, actually you probably can't see right now, but there are 4 different pistons that actually help in this contraption. There are the 2 pistons that control the stone blocks. One of them is down below the ground that you can't really see, and then 1 piston that controls the rail block. So what happens is the stone block pistons move out of the way, then the rail block moves in, and then the minecart goes through, then the rail block moves out, and the stone blocks move in. And so what happens is the pressure plate over here gets activated by a minecart, sends a signal out, gets elongated by this pulse generator, goes into this same circuit that I had in my last piston video, and then these get activated in the right order. Then when the minecart gets taken off of the pressure plate, it closes. And so I thought this is just kind of cool. It can be used in both directions. Obviously it's not as discreet. This indent with my design has to be there. I've not been able to figure out how to make an entrance that is smooth like the other one with minecart tracks. That and the fact that there are obviously minecart tracks going straight into the wall makes it so this is not very discreet. There's some pixel art I was working on. Alright, here, actually let me get rid of these minecarts because we don't need them for this next one. This is a minecart station that I developed. A minecart sits here and waits for someone to get in. It is held in place by 2 cobblestone blocks, and those cobblestone blocks were put there by pistons. And so if I were to push this button, the cobblestone block would move out of the way for the rail to move in, and then another minecart comes in. Let me push that again to show you what happens over here. This is a empty cart detector. If the cart is empty, it will get pushed by this piston. I'll demonstrate that one more time. Oops, I'm in some trouble here. As you can see, it races against the redstone there, and it's timed so that an empty cart will perfectly be at that 1 block as soon as the piston gets pushed. But if you occupy the cart, you go past that piston before it pushes out. And then this is just a loop at the end of the station. And why did that happen? Let me try that again. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let me just put this back in. I was testing it earlier and it was foolproof. Alright, so basically what happens is when you push this button, pistons move the cobblestone out of the way and the track in the way. And there is a powered rail underneath. So as soon as one of these moves out of the way, the powered rail will then push the minecart wherever there's no cobblestone block. So when I push this, it opens that one up. And then what happens is the minecart goes over this detector rail, and it then opens this block up. So to demonstrate that one more time, it goes over the detector rail, this block opens up, ready to welcome another minecart in. And when the minecart reaches this detector rail, this piston is on a little bit of a delay, and then closes to capture the minecart and keep it at the station. What's also with this detector block is this delay, and so this delay is for the empty minecart detection system. And if there's an empty minecart, it will go down this way and go onto this track. If the minecart is occupied by a person or mob, it will go down this track. What's also connected to the button is a call-up system. It will call up a new minecart from the dispenser system, which I will show you in a little bit, but that's basically down there. So the button is not only hooked up to the piston here, but it is hooked up to this line, which goes down to the dispenser, and I'll show you what happens there. So I push the button, and the minecart is called up. So obviously this design can be used on multiplayer servers, and it will act as a mass transport kind of system. And then if a minecart is empty, here, I'll get up here and push it. It will then go onto this line and go back into the dispenser via the hopper. And you can see that there's a stack of, well, maybe not see, but there's a stack of minecarts there. If someone is incoming on the track, what the system will do is, and you can redirect this pressure plate to where you want it to be, like back there, acting as if the system knows that a person is approaching the station. What will happen is this cart will then be activated to leave without pushing the button. So another cart will not be called up, but this cart will move out of the way. So let's say, hold on, let me get this cart. Okay, so there is a cart in the way now. Let's say I was approaching on this track, and I'm ready to pull into the station. I go over this, the cart then gets pushed out of the way. The cart gets sent back to the dispenser, and I arrive at the station. And that way there's always one cart at the station, and barring huge amounts of traffic, there shouldn't be any bugs with this system. And yeah, that's that, except for the dispenser. So let me now show you how the dispenser works. To do that, let me get this minecart out of the way. Okay. So what happens here is whenever you push the button, the signal gets sent down here. Actually, I want to get this minecart out of the way too. I want to make sure there's no minecart in the station. Okay, so there's no minecart in the station. It's ready to receive another minecart. Maybe. Now it's ready to receive another minecart. And so what happens is when the signal gets sent down here, all the way down to inverters, you can see there's the stack of minecarts here, a sticky piston, and a half block. What this does, when you push this button, is it sends up a minecart. It pushes out the bottommost minecart, the stack falls when it retracts, and then the minecart gets sent up here and goes into the station. And so all of this can kind of be done without pistons, but in my opinion, pistons make it easier, and it's kind of cooler to look at. So I'm going to sleep and then show you the next contraption. This next contraption is the automated, I guess, track switcher thing. Oh wait, there's already mine over here. And so, let me delete these. What happens is, this is essentially just a track direction chooser. You push this button, you go to the left. Oops, sorry, that was a little bit turned around. Let me show you that again. You push this button, you go to the left. You push this button, you go to the right. And this is done all with pistons, and it is essentially the minecart station, just meant for temporary stops. And so you stop here until you push the button. Both buttons will activate the piston in front of you, but each button will separately activate the track switch via a memory, a T flip-flop. Actually, that's not a T flip-flop. I don't know what it is. A memory system. And so you can see here, this button leads to this circuit here, which sends a signal to the piston to move the cobblestone and rail so that you can move, but it also sends a signal to this memory gate to make it so that this piece of track switches that way. This button does the same thing on the other side, except a signal has to go across the top and down here to activate the piston also. But it also moves to over here so that it can activate this part of the memory gate so that it activates the track to go to the left or right, however, this way, depending on the way you look at it. And this can be implemented so that the choosing of a destination can be separate from the station itself, so you don't have too much wiring that gets crazy and different stuff like that. I personally like this. The only problem with it is that you might have to build some sort of backup system in case some one person is taking too long to choose their destination for some reason. But that shouldn't be too hard. Or you can do some sort of ejection thing so that this person doesn't get too much time. They get maybe as much time as they need until someone starts coming down the track, and then they get ejected or something like that. And yeah, that is my collection of piston and minecart creations. I'm going to be releasing a video soon on what all of this will look like put together and in a natural world. So I'll be making a randomly generated world and putting these all together and seeing how they can be used. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is Astronaut G117 signing off.